Okay, I'm going to show you how I do my collards. I take 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, depending on how big they are, and I'm going to take out the spines. So I cut them, actually, turn them like this. And I cut the spines out kind of like in a V, and that kind of just pulls the spines out. Some people just tear their collards. I don't, I cut mine. So then I have these like this. I fold them over and I roll them tight like a cigar. And I cut them in approximately 1 inch little strips all the way down. And it makes ribbons. After the collards are all done and cooked, you can chop them more if you want, but this is how I do mine. Okay, and then I put them in the colander. I rinse them with a little salt water if there's any critters, but the critters do not like collards. So normally there are no critters. So, okay, then we have our collards ready. And I have my ingredients out. Now, these were like 5 leaves, and normally I would put at least 10 or 12 in the Instapot, but I just want to show you how I do it. And this is what I would use if I have twice as many collards. I have 1 slice of bacon, and I cut mine with scissors. I have 1 small sweet onion and 1 cup of water. So then what we're going to do is turn our Instapot to saute. And then I forgot to get out my spray. I use spray avocado oil just to lubricate this. Okay, I probably should have already turned this saute on so it could get hot, but I didn't. So then what I do is I saute the bacon and the sweet onion. Bacon is optional. It's really tasty, but you don't have to have bacon. Okay, so this is on saute, and it takes a few minutes, you know, for it to cook, and it gets hot. The Instapot will say hot, and as I said, I should have already heated that up. So okay, as you can see, the Instapot says hot. It will say on first and then hot, and then inside, these are all just, it only takes a couple of minutes to brown the bacon and the onions. Okay, now what we want to do, and while we were waiting for it to get hot, I went ahead and chopped the rest of my collards. So I have approximately 12 leaves in here. You want to turn your Instapot off, right here. Turn your Instapot off, and then you're going to add your collards. You always have to add at least a half a cup of liquid when you pressure cook. But I'm going to add a cup of water because I have so many collards. And I'm going to add 2 or 3 pinches of salt. You can salt more afterwards. Okay, so your Instapot is still off. You add the water. And then we're going to seal and pressure. Make sure your seal is all the way. This is my like 4th or 5th seal because they wear out after a while. Okay, so we're going to put the lid on. You're going to put this here, and you're going to say manual for 4 minutes. I only pressure for 4 minutes. This will take about 10 minutes for the pressure to come up. It will cook for 4 minutes, and then you let the pressure go down naturally. You don't turn it and vent it because it makes a big mess, and it comes down naturally. It's better for it to come down naturally. Okay, so we're gonna wait for, this will say on, and then in a couple of minutes, 4 minutes, and it pressures and cooks for only 4 minutes. Okay, as you can see, our collards are done, and they've been on low for 13 minutes because I was doing something else. So there's no pressure, so it's ready to open. And oh, take a look. Here they are. Now, you can chop these more or just leave them like this, add salt, and they are so delicious. I wanted to also say that you don't even have to do onions. If you want to skip onions and bacon, then you skip the saute process and just put your collards in with a cup of water and pressure for 4 minutes. Hope you enjoy.